Okay, so real quick cutaway here. So a few of the things that I've learned is, for example, you know, if you charge a square, you'll do a smash attack that will send your opponent flying away, right? Now, normally you have your first habit is to always charge it at maximum capacity and then send them flying, you know, so that then you can sort of pursue them and gain a little bit of momentum, right? If you don't press it, if you don't charge it all the way, just a little bit, you will actually do like this very slight charge attack that's gonna push your opponent. It'll still stun them, as you can see there. Like, if he didn't super counter or vanish that, then he's gonna be stunned for for a very short amount of time. Now, how can this very simple concept be implemented? Now, you're doing your rush chain attack, blah blah blah, and then see, I got like 28 hits, and it would even look like I got an extra rush. And if you notice, at a part of the string, I was doing like this, right? There were very brief moments in where you could see that Topo's animation stop. Like, wait, we're gonna go back to the center. These are sort of combo resets. These are light charged smash attacks that I'm doing. You can think of them like resets, because look. See that? I got 18 hits, and I haven't even finished my... I hadn't even included my chain rush attacks. The point I'm trying to make here is this is a wonderful tool to extend your combos. And it's also a wonderful way for you to throw off your opponent, because, as you know, super counters are a thing about timing, and they're very meta. Like, just watch any of my videos. The matches where I have an easier time is usually when the guy isn't that good pulling out super counters. So I can just, like, really have the time of my life with them, because they're not... See? I didn't drop it until I used the same chain rush attack. But you can see I stack up a lot more hits like that, and it's a very practical way of you to just mess up with your opponent's timing, see? Pair that with the timing that you also get from the other attacks, from your other chain rush attacks. And you're really going to be... You're going to become a monster with combos. This is what you see. I learned this from a Gohan. I don't remember in what video I faced that Gohan, but I learned this concept from fighting that guy. Because I noticed that he was extending his rush chain attacks against me so unusually long, and I was baffled. I was like, what the heck is going on? And while I was editing the video, I noticed that he's like briefly charging his attacks, and again, this can mess up with your opponent's timing, but you have to be very unpredictable with it, and that's sort of an easy thing to do because you have all the 5 hits to incorporate that. See that? It's sort of a rhythm kind of thing, at least for me, because I tend to analog things and comprehend them in a very musical way. So to me, it's just like that. So for example, 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, that was like 4. Okay, no, I did it very wrong there. But that's why you need to practice this. You actually need to practice this, because if you charge it too much, you can end up throwing them away, like something like that. And you gotta keep in mind which ones you've already used, because if I use the second one twice, it'll have the same thing with the chain reactions, with the chain rush matches. What the heck is that? So yeah, you can think of these like the light smash attacks as also rush chain actions that you have to keep in mind which ones you've already used. Because you also lose that extra chain rush attack that I told you about. Remember, if you do... Wait, let's hit... There we go. Okay, so what I was trying to tell you, if you can keep in mind which chain rush... See that? And that's one of those moments where I tell you that you gotta practice it, because notice that I threw Android 16 way too far for me to actually continue. Like, you have to do a little bit of stretching or some new tech kind of bullshit to actually not drop the combo there. But that's pretty much the point I'm trying to make, is why you want to practice this. And just jump in and don't even try to build combos with it yet, because you are gonna need a little bit of time. Because, see, it happened there again. And a little bit of extra tip that I want to share with you. Take a look at how long it takes Topu to charge his smash attack. Now, what would happen if we're already in the middle of a rush? See? I was much faster. Because obviously some guys... I think it's... Those are one of the things that I like of this game, that it gives you the DBZ feel. They can just wail on somebody and then out of the blue hit them like really hard and send them flying. You get... Think of it like momentum. So in order to make this also very efficient, you have to keep in mind that when you're already in the middle of a chain rush attack, your charged smash attacks are gonna come a lot faster. So that's also a thing that you wanna keep in mind when using these. Because again, if you charge it too much, or you can end up doing like a perfect smash, which is also good. But my point is, that's not what we're talking about here. What else? What else do I want to include here? This is also a really great way to break neutral. This is something that I'm not implementing myself yet, and I'm trying to get into the mental habit of using it. And it's that you notice that sometimes a very common defensive tactic when you're close within the proximity zone of your opponent is you tend to anticipate they're gonna rush in, and since you move in a straight line, you anticipate that and move sideways by sidestepping, right? So sometimes, well, some people will anticipate that and just vanish and get behind you. A very good way to counter this, I haven't been able to implement it myself yet, again, so I might be missing some crucial information here, but if you sidestep and buffer your square attack, what I mean by that is before the animation is already over, you're already pressing square, and by the time you're letting it go, you've already charged the attack enough where, see, you know you charged it if for a brief moment your character is glowing. Like, see that glow that Topo has? That's something that you get when you charge an attack. So if you sidestep, buffer the attack, and there you go. See, this is a very neat way, because light charged attacks do take priority over light attacks. So even if your opponent is hitting you, you already have a bit of armor because of the attack you're charging, and you'll just hit them straight through it. Now, obviously, this can be quote unquote easily countered with just vanishing again out of the way and stuff. Like, high-level gameplay is a lot about mental games, I'm not gonna kid you. But if you incorporate these concepts into your own gameplay, it's gonna give you more tools to think how you want to work around that. How you want to catch your opponent off guard. Because again, as I was saying earlier, this is a great way to also mess with your opponent's timing. Now, it is, if they're anticipating, you want to try not rely on this too much, because if they do anticipate it, you can vanish out of this, because it's still a slightly light charged smash attack. It's still charged, so as a heavy hit, your opponent can still dodge it. Same thing with a rolling hammer or the gut punch. You gotta be careful with that, not to rely on it too much, because it's a good concept and a very good tool. But as you saw in my match with that Trunks player, was it Trunks? I don't know. No, that Wiz player. But if you overexploit it, then it is gonna be a bit easy to predict. So again, it's all about applying these concepts in a very strategic way so that you can mess with your opponent's timing. Because I'm not always doing that. Like here, I can follow. Well, I'm getting sidetracked. Anyway, guys, let's go back to the video. Man,